All right. So I want to tell you a story, girl, that I heard this morning that had my blood boiling, okay? Caused mild debate first thing this morning between me and the mister. So there was a woman dating a man. They were together for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they were doing average couple-y stuff. I think at one point they were living together, you know, paying bills, doing whatever, adulting. Mm-hmm. And at one point he had found out that her family, at least, I don't know if it's her as well, but her family has money, like money, okay? Mm-hmm. So after he found out that like her family had money, or that she came from, you know, wealth, and that she could afford a lot of things, girl, why is the boyfriend now asking for like he's asking for luxury vehicles?
What?
And what he wants as a gift is like this paid vacation, and telling her since she can afford to, she should pay off the house, and like all types of presumptuous ish, okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So she was asking Reddit essentially like, what should I do? How do I talk to him? Like, this makes me really uncomfortable, you know, like yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. So everyone was like, girl, like either you need to address it with him and have that shut down, or you need to like just not be with him no more, because that's wrong, you know?
Yeah. This is definitely a stop, drop, and roll situation.
Right. So and if the situation were flipped and it was a woman asking a man all this, everyone would jump the gun and call her a gold digger.
Of course. But the reality is, though, when you're with a man and you have money and he does not, the way he behaves would tell you about that person. I wouldn't be surprised if a woman who had less would ask for these things, because, you know, there is that stereotype of men are supposed to take care of their woman. But for a man to have no shame and just be asking, draining a woman of what her resources are, doesn't matter how rich she is. I'm sorry. I feel I am a traditional woman, and I feel like you need to simmer the heck down until you can, and show what you can bring to the table before you ask me for anything. Because
I just thought it was presumptuous. So now, but girl, it gets worse.
Oh my gosh.
So she sits down, she talks to the boyfriend, she pretty much says like, hey, you know, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but like, since this information has come out, like, you've been asking me for a lot of stuff you normally would never ask me, and that you're not even looking for yourself by yourself. And it makes me really uncomfortable that like you're just having all of these demands all of a sudden because of this information. Like, it doesn't sit right with me. It makes me question how you feel about our relationship and things like that. Mm-hmm. So then he's like, you know, you're right. You're absolutely right. This is like, it's inappropriate. I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. So she thought, you know, okay, dead in the water. Great. We killed it. We squashed it. Things were fine. Then they get into a little argument that turns into a big argument that turns into him saying to her, if you had all this money and didn't use it to help, you know, didn't use it towards our life, did you even care about me?
What?
What does money equate love? Like, I was
Thank
like,
you.
Excuse me, what? Like, and since, well, we'll deep dive that part after. It gets even worse than this, okay?
Oh, stop.
So they had that argument. They were talking for a little bit. We're sort of kind of easing back into it, but not really talking. They went out with a group of friends. Mm-hmm. You know, they're drinking beers. So, you know, out with a regular average group of friends, you go out for a few drinks or whatever, okay? Mm-hmm. This man gets buzzed and starts feeling himself. Well, this man orders a $460 bottle of wine.
What?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, and the friends, some of the friends are like, whoa, like, what do you mean? Like, what are you doing? You know, what's the occasion? You know, we're good with beers. Like, are you good? Like, what's going on? The man's like, oh, it's fine. My girlfriend can afford it. She's rich.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Bright and like the way I want to cuss, girl. Bright and effing feisty, okay? So then that now turns the table to the friends, because now the friends are looking at the girl like, wait, you got money like that? Why didn't you say nothing? What do you mean? Girl, one of the friends was bright and facey enough to say, oh, well, you know, she's rich, so she's picking up the tab this time anyways. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Whose purse strings do you think you're holding?
But that's the thing too, like, at the end of the day,
I was in, when I say, like, the way I'm so mad, because, like, when I heard this money, like, it's not even me, and I felt so personally attacked. I don't have money like that to go around. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not balling like that, but, like, to think that somebody can have the presumption to assume, like, whatever money I have, even if I have $100 million, don't look at me and expect me to pay for y'all.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
When we are going out. If I invited you out, if I said, oh, you know what, come out, it's my treat, I got you, I will then pay. But for you to think because I may or may not have the money in my account, I'm expected to pay?
And I agree with that. Like, I don't like the idea of grown adults looking to other grown adults for constant support and blah, 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 financial this and that. Like, especially me being a hardworking woman and I know what I'm trying to accomplish in my life. For someone else to just think that you have rights to my pockets, excuse me?
Yeah, for a handout. And like, I thought it was so fucking rude.
It is.
I thought it was so. Long story short, girl, after that night, she ended shit with him. Well deserved.
Oh, good.
Okay, well deserved. And this is where me and Mr. got into kind of, I don't want to say argument, but we got into a debate, because he was saying, like, she's a little wrong, because how dare they date for so long and not tell him? But my response was, but look at what happened once he found out.
Of course, exactly. And that's the thing too. What do you mean date for so long and not tell him? It's none of his business. It has nothing to do with him. Until you it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when you're dating someone, it doesn't matter what you're bringing to the table. Let's just see what we have. You know what I mean? Especially in the beginning of your relationship. No one needs to know about that, period. Doesn't matter.
His justification was that the fact that they were 3 years into the relationship. Here's my thing. 3 years into the relationship, okay, that's understandable. But the key factor, and I didn't bring this up because this isn't something that we're looking at right now, but my thing is, there's no ring on her finger.
Facts.
There's no ring on her finger. Like, he, I guess, was dancing around the thought of marriage, but I think the conversation came up, I have to look back at the story, but the conversation came up after he found out she had money.
Of course.
Right? Like, if they were dating for 2 years and engaged for 1, maybe,
yeah,
she's wrong. She should have said something. Maybe you guys could have had a sit down conversation and you can explain, like, this isn't my money, this is my family's money, blah, blah, blah. Like,
I'm sorry, until you're married, jump the broom, sign the papers, and it's official, then you could surprise him that now he owns half of whatever, because then you know it's serious. But to be dating, and I remember the first thing this man said, oh, our house, you could pay off our house. No, honey boo, just because one person is rich and y'all have a house together, it doesn't mean that now both of you own 50% of a house that she paid for in 75% of? No.
And that
no.
I agree.
Sorry.
I definitely agree, because it's like, and I guess it's a traditional mindset or a traditional thought process. Like, it's very rare to see women ahead of men when it comes to, like, financials. Usually, on average, the richest man or person in society is usually a white male, followed by, other men in general. Sometimes, like, the white woman fits in between, and then the lowest paid on the scale, unfortunately, is Black women.
Right.
So it's like, it's very rare to see a woman ahead of a man when it comes to certain pay. But it's like, because, like, the mister brought up, he's like, oh, well, it's not fair if he's, busting his balls, trying to, make payments and stuff, and she could ease that stress and that burden, and she chose not to. But my whole thing, but like, I don't know, that's where I guess we have to agree to disagree, because you're assuming his work ethic. The fact that the man can sit down and demand vacations and luxury cars doesn't tell me that you're hardworking.
Exactly. And it's more the mentality. I'm sorry, the mentality. Like, I understand some men would be, you know, grateful and hardworking and la 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 la, but that doesn't mean you know how to handle money. And rich people don't get rich, and they don't stay rich by just being willy-nilly with their money. So I'm sure why that girl still has her money, because she's not going around telling everybody, hi, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, because she knows people go buck wild. And what did he do? Get drunk and telling her business, outing her. And it's disrespectful. Like,
girl, it left me feeling so icky, because like, if this was a man, and the woman's outing him, oh, he's rich, oh, he's this, guess what? They would have looked at her side eye and been like, yo, you're a friggin' gold digger. Why are you looking after the man's money like that? Why don't you get a job?
Exactly.
Why don't you do this? But with him though, you're supposed to be compassionate. Oh, he worked hard and he worked this. So I'm supposed to give him a fucking Lamborghini? Because I may or may not be able to afford so? Do you see me in a Lamborghini? Like, I would understand if, let's say, for example, myself, I'm going to use myself as an example. Let's say, you know, girl, I was living in some beautiful little McMansion. I was driving a supercar. I had, like, you know, luxury bags, all of this, that, whatever. And my man was just like a regular working class, a few dollars above minimum wage. And I'm telling him, oh, guess what, babe? Our mortgage is $20,000. Good luck paying your half. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, like, and I'm driving a high-end car, and they're driving like, I don't know, a Honda Civic. Mm-hmm. But you're expecting him like, hey, where's your Lamborghini too? That I feel like is different, because it's like you're pushing somebody to live a lifestyle that's either above their means or that they have no interest in living in.
Right. You know,
I agree with that. If she's living a basic, like, just like, let's say she's living an everyday life like you and me, you know, regular house, regular car, regular bills, not living above and beyond her means, not going on vacations every week and stuff, like, I could understand, like, you know, like, why all of a sudden does there have to be that kind of luxury? Because
I agree. My thing is, though, even if the girl is driving her Lamborghini and all that stuff, and he has a Honda, too bad. That's what you got. Be happy you're with her. That's your prize. Being with her. It doesn't mean she's going to pay for your life and bring you up to her level. That just gives you a goal to start striving for. And like, my problem is people that just see something and then they just want to take. It's like, at the end of the day, what did it take for her to get there? You know, how did she remain like that? What kind of woman is she? Clearly she's not out, and I'm sure she wasn't driving a Lamborghini and all that if he never even knew for 3 freaking years that she was even rich. That means she's been living in her means.
That's my whole point. Like, some people calm. Some people have their wealth, they're living comfortably, they're living below their means, and somebody worded it perfectly. They're living according to a budget they're comfortable with. Just because you can afford to live outside of that budget or above that budget doesn't mean that somebody wants to. And because you've never seen a couple dollars before in your life doesn't mean that somebody's going to start balling out on you just because you've never been there. If you've never been there, guess what? Get your money up.
And the reality is, too, it also speaks to the fact that people who don't have that type of money don't have realistic expectations of how far money stretches. So, you know, so he thinks, oh my gosh, she's got a couple million. We can buy Lamborghinis. We can do this and that. But she understands that, no, the moment I spend $1, if I have $1 million, I spend $1, I'm no longer a millionaire anymore. Like, it's every dollar counts and every expense is serious. You know, they're not just splurging because they can. It's because they know, okay, when I spend this is my budget, like you said, right? So I don't understand why these men, I keep saying these men, I sound like a man hater, but I'm sorry. There's nothing that bugs me more than a man that wants a handout like that, especially from a woman. Like, I can't.
No, and girl, I feel it 1,000%. And like, the other theory, I'm going to give you another spin on this. Okay? Mm-hmm. he is assuming she has money. That was because they went on a vacation. She went to go see her family, who lived in a foreign country, and they saw how well the family was living in this foreign country and put two and two together, and he confronted her and she was like, well, yeah, this is what my family does, whatever. Just because the family has money, what makes you think she has money?
Exactly. That's so
I've been in relationships where their family, the person's family, had money, okay? But they were broke as fuck.
Girl, trust me, been there.
Oh, right? So, like, what makes you think that this person is in that position just because of what family has? That doesn't mean that just because family has doesn't mean she has.
Right. And you don't know, even if they die, it may not end up being hers. She might be an heir to 25 cents in the will. You don't know what kind of daughter she's been.
Amen. Because, girl, I've heard too many of those stories too. So it's like, can you imagine? You have this woman who, yes, she comes from, a wealthy family, but maybe does not have that wealth behind her, who's busting her ass, gets you nice gifts, does nice things for you, and has a relationship, and you have the audacity to find out her at an event and expect her to pay a $500 wine.
And just to be that sloppy too, just to get drunk and sloppy, that's just such a turn off. I feel like this girl though should have stopped the moment this man already told her, oh, the fact that you have all this money and didn't use it with me just tells me everything. It just shows me that you have a poor mentality and you don't know how to use money, because just because I have it doesn't mean I spend it on every damn guy. And look, they didn't end up together anyway, so she was smart in the end. So, I feel like men give a lot of clues ahead of time. They give a lot of road signs, billboards, all of that, red flags, all of that. And she dodged it. She should have dodged it from the moment that happened. And to be honest, from the moment he's asking for stuff, like, he should feel ashamed to ask his woman for cars and all shit that he can't buy himself. If you cannot buy it yourself, don't ask me. Don't ask me, because you can't pay it back. That's what that means.
Well, and that's the other thing that I'm saying, because it's like, they're only in a relationship. They're not married,
right?
They don't have kids or anything. At least what I believe in terms of the story that was explained. Like, you don't have kids. You're not married. So, like, why are you? Even if she has this money, like, why are you assuming that she should just spend it on you? Because what, you fucked her?
Right.
What?
Like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know. Yeah. And Kate, now I'll play devil's advocate, because I have been so fierce and vicious on these men up in here, but poor guys. But I will say, I know a lot of men, when they're in love, that's how they, that's their impulse, to show love and maybe buy the woman things. And they know, some traditional men know that that's their role. They'll know, okay, I want to spoil my woman, make her feel good. And maybe if they had the money, they would do that. You know what I mean? So that I can understand. But if you're that traditional, you should know that, okay, she's the one with the money. That gives me a goal to strive for, so I could give her double that. I could turn around and slap that Lamborghini in the driveway for her. Now time for you to start living the way your pockets are looking, But to be the one asking to live the way your friggin' pockets can't even dream of, I'm sorry, I can't.
Rude. Because, like, girl, I was so offended. I was so personally offended, because I just thought it was so inappropriate. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. Have I ever asked my boyfriend for something outlandish? Absolutely. Have I asked, like I think, what was the last crazy thing I was gonna
say? What was it?
The last thing I asked him for was a Gucci purse. It was like a $3,000 Gucci purse. But here's the disclaimer. I don't say I want it now. I'm not saying I want it this year for Christmas. I'm saying maybe eventually it'd be nice. But the gag is, girl, if I wanted to go buy that purse, I could buy it.
Right.
I would rather it come from you. But, like, I'm not gonna ask him for something I'm not, like, I can't afford for myself. Like, I'm not gonna ask him for a car, especially if I couldn't afford a car. I'm not gonna ask him for a trip if I couldn't afford the trip. Like, it just
and it's like, and I mean, for me, like when it comes to money, I've always just been very personal. Like my personal finance, I've always been personal. I've never asked men for stuff. I never, like, I mean, the basics I expect from a man is like, okay, if you're taking me on a date, it's on you. I'm here. You brought me here. You're going to deal with me here. Because I don't understand these women these days, getting on a tangent here, that have men looking for you. They find you on Facebook. They find you on here. They find you on Insta. And then when you guys go to dinner, you have to pay half? No, I'm sorry. You took me out of the comfort of my home where I have free food and free stuff for your entertainment. You're paying for your entertainment. But anyway. So,
no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Like, you expect me to leave my house. Okay, you expect me to leave not even before I leave my house, you expect me to doll myself up, put Spanx on, put makeup on, do my hair, make sure my nails look nice too, and, you know, wear something cute so that I look presentable beside you, to go out somewhere that you want to bring me to and expect me to pay for that?
And that's the thing. And it's funny because if you showed up to that date with your makeup fully done, looking fly, but your hair looks crazy. Your clothes are half on, half off, looking crazy, loose. And if he said, you know, what's wrong? Well, I got half ready because I'm paying half the bill. How do you, like, then they look at you like you're crazy. But that's what it is. I am not going to give 100 unless you're bringing 100. How about that?
Yeah. Like, and here's my thing, because a lot of people say like, oh, whenever you go out on a date with a guy, like, the guy always has to pay. This is my rule. My rule is whoever invited whomever on the date pays for the date. If a man asks me on a date, the man's paying for the date. If I say, oh, let's go somewhere, I'm expected, in my mind at least, I'm gonna pay because I wanted to go somewhere and I'm asking for your company. If you want to take the initiative and be like, you know what, it's all right, I know you wanted to pay, but I got this, I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna fight you for it.
See, now that's where I'm a little different, because I just expect that man to take care of business. I'm sorry, I don't know.
If it's my business, I want to take care of my business.
No, like, what do you mean? Like, if it's a date, I feel like if we're going anywhere and we're together, when I choose to pay, I choose to pay. You understand?
If it's me prompting you to go out somewhere, like if I'm the one saying, I want to go out, out.
I still make my man pay for that shit. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I want us to go out. I want you to come out of your pockets tonight. Yes, because you know what you're going to want later. Okay, right.
Well, that's also true. But here's the thing. I'm not even thinking about later. I'm just thinking about now. So I'm thinking if I go out and I ask you out and and I'm paying, don't think about no pussy.
You're killing me.
No, straight up.
You're killing me.
If I'm dolling up and I'm going out and I'm paying, don't look for no pussy, because now you're asking for too much.
You're so funny.
No, seriously. And if I doll myself up, look cute, go out, and you took the initiative to be like, you know what, let me be the man in this date, pay, and, you know, put my hand on the small of your back. Sorry.
I agree.
And do certain stuff and, like, kind of take it over, then, yeah, you know what, you can get these panties afterwards. Sure. I'm do like the little woman that I am. But if I have to do all the prep and the pay, then you don't.
The prep, exactly. You gotta do the prep, the planning, the powdering, the pay, everything. But this is the thing too. Like, my logic with wanting my man to pay and expecting a man to pay, I'm sorry, like, if you cannot afford to pay to go to dinner with an established woman, and this is so hard for you, and you're crying and you're pinching pennies together, honey, then you cannot afford to be in a serious relationship. You can't afford to start a family. You can't afford, like, so what are you dating for? What are you dating for? You're just dating to play around, to just have fun, to kick it and Netflix and chill? Like, I feel like women, young ladies.
Not even that, but here's your key word. With an established woman, if you can't afford to be doing certain stuff that's on her level, then go date a broke girl.
But that's my thing. But my disclaimer is for ladies in general, though. Even the young broke girls who are just living life, they don't know what dating life is. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
Here's the thing: date broke girls who are okay with where you're at.
No, because
here's the thing.
keep going. Okay.
No, because I'm being 1,000% honest. Some girls will see a guy down on their luck, down on their feet, whatever, and want to do that cute creative shit. Let them do them. Okay? That's their business to do. If that's what makes you happy and feels fulfilled, you want to be Mother Teresa, that's your business.
No, I'm shaking my head. Go on.
If a girl wants to, go out, do certain things, maybe doesn't always have the money to afford it, that's okay. And if and a guy's like, you know what? I know you're not really up on your things right now, but don't worry, I'm gonna take you out. We'll have a good time. I'll take care of you, no problem. Then that's also your business too.
But my thing is, I get it. I get
a broke guy expecting him to do rich things for you.
That's true.
Like, that's my whole thing, just managing expectations. Don't date a broke guy expecting him to do rich things for you, or don't date don't date a mid-level guy expecting to do rich things for you. Don't
It's true. I agree with that. I'm just on the level of where it's like, I want everybody to level up. I want everybody, don't look to date because you just want something to do. So let me go and date, and I got $5 left in the old account. That should be enough for 2 junior burgers.
I'm from what I've seen, girl, I want everybody to level up. You know personally, because I wouldn't even want to get into the tea too deep, but personally, I've dedicated time to class up some bitches who's literally called a date being taken out for $1.99 junior chicken.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. I'm just so...
I let them, I pushed them, I've encouraged them, and they're still doing bummy shit. So if that's your business, that's your business. Just get out of my lane.
It's true. I'm just talking to these younger girls who are up and coming, and I just want them to understand that you don't have to settle. You don't have to settle for just any guy the first guy that crosses the street in your direction, as my dad would say.
They don't care.
No, they don't settle. At the end of the day, I just want, for me, my standard has just always been, what at least are you doing? What are you showing me? And to be honest, some guys will be able to still buy you stuff and not treat you right. So, it's not about what they buy you, but at the end of the day, if you know that you have a goal for yourself and a standard of living for your life, men have to start rising up to these standards. I feel like, I'm triggered by that last guy, because why are you asking women to foot the bill? Why are you asking women to foot the bill, especially for anything extravagant, So going back to what we're talking about dating, in contrary, I've actually been very modest with asking guys for things. Nothing really crazy, nothing extravagant, just only because just financially, I've always just been doing my own thing. I never really cared for a man to buy a larger thing, but damn it, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? If you can, and if you can do that for your woman, why not? But I want us to have goals. If you're financially able to buy me something extravagant, let's make it a house now. You know what I mean? Let's go for the long run and see what we can really do with this money. Let's make it multiply. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. I appreciate the sentiment. I do. I truly do. I think it's inspiring. I think it's beautiful. I think it's life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
Some basic ass bitches don't want it. And that's what I've had to learn. Because I'm like you, girl. I want better stuff. I see certain people, at a certain point, I'm like, I want to upgrade you. Call me Beyonce. Let me upgrade you. Instead of keeping this, let me show you this. Instead of looking at this, let me show you that. There's a level to certain things. Mm-hmm. And some people want the level. Some people want the caviar, okay? Some people want the truffle oil. While some people just want vegetable oil, okay? And you know what? I've had to learn that is okay.
You're killing me.
It may not be for me, but that's okay for you.
For she.
Yeah, for he. If you want vegetable oil, boo-boo, I'm a rapeseed oil bitch. I'm a truffle oil bitch. That's where
avocado oil.
I'm not even avocado oil. Fuck that shit. But I'm trying to up that. I'm trying to up that. So If you want to be on that base, that's a business. I respect it. Good for you. I'm going to be over there, though. Don't expect me to stay with your vegetable oil ass. I'm going to be in the truffle oil section.
Amen, sis. I can't disagree with that. And on that note, we will thank you. We'll actually take a poll. I want to know how many women, do you expect your man to pay on the date? Do you not expect your man to pay on the date? Do you think that, it should be 50-50? I want to know what our viewers are thinking about that, because it is a controversial thing. And I find that a lot of these newer aged, up and coming young ladies are they're feminists, but they're different feminists. They're like, they want to share, they want to do all different stuff and not as traditional. So I want to know what your opinions are. And my
question is, I guess before we wrap it up, my question is, I'm going to come through with the sillier question. If you can adjacent yourself to a type of oil, what kind of oil is it? Is it vegetable oil? Is it castor oil? Is it grapeseed? Is it jojoba? Is it truffle? Let me know. Is it argan? Let me know which oil you are.
Let us know. All right, and we signing off. This is Hil-DIVA with Viva, and
this is Lola. Find me on Instagram at miss.ola.miss.lola, or you can find us at This Black Girl Podcast on Instagram as well.
Yes, This Black Girl Podcast. And stay tuned. We will be uploading podcasts on a weekly basis. And Thursdays are Dirty 30 Thursdays, where we get grown. Okay, so bring your girls, sip your drinks, and we will chat about the business, ladies.
Take care.
Bye.